What's up guys, welcome back to the channel guys. This is going to be a video just me testing the Dragon Tail cards in branded. So yeah guys, if you did watch my first video, I did express that I think Dragon Tail would be pretty good to be played in branded because they do have sort of their own branded fusion. Honestly, Dragon Tail almost feels like it's a really good board breaker as a fusion archetype. It really is good, especially if you're going second and you're able to resolve the what's the spells, or the two Dragon Tail spells that enable you to perform a fusion summon. If also one of them allows you to fusion summon if your opponent controls a monster. So it's a really good board breaker, and I think the Dragon Tails just allows you to also set up a little bit more interruptions on top of your branded stuff as well. So yeah guys, I have been testing a little bit. I wanted to show you the replays, but also I guess just share my opinions after doing a couple of testing, a few gameplays as well. So yeah, so we are going to do a little replay, but I will express what sort of thoughts I have after just testing the Dragon Tail card. So yeah guys, here in the matchup we are going up against the Cyber Dragon deck list. There will be another video where we're going up against Bistro Control. Hopefully I can also do a lot more testing as well, against the current meta decks as well. Maybe most probably depending on when, because I know this set is coming out in, what's it, Justice Hunters? Might be wrong, might name the set wrong, but hopefully I will be able to showcase more testing as well against other decks as well. So here we open Deployment, Brand Fusion, Aluba, Cartesia, and Tragedy. Opponent opens Chimera, Tract, Poly, Veiler, and Imperm. So we are going first. First starts off with Fusion Deployment, summoning Cartesia from the deck. We normal summon Aluba to get the search. Opponent chains Imperm targeting Aluba. We chain Cartesia, and my opponent chains Veiler targeting Cartesia. So ultimately, both of them get negated. But we already have Brand of Fusion in our hand, and our opponent does not have Ash Blossom. So we perform Fusion. I decide I could have went the normal line, going to Albion, go to Libellions, end up on Merjade, and that line. I decide, you know what, let's get access to our Dragon Tail as well. So we send Albaz and we send Dragon Tail Molar. So that will trigger. So on raise is going to be Chainlink 1, Libellion, Chainlink to Muller. So basically Muller is going to set a Dragon Tail spell or trap, and then if my opponent did have a monster on his field, we could negate that monster. Does it negate? Yeah, negates permanently. Then you can negate the effects of one face of monster your opponent controls. So yeah, that would have happened. But anyways, it's fine. We set Ketu Dragon Tail, which will get us a search, and we shuffle back and fuse into Merjade. We then activate Ketu, searching for Dragon Tail Farmina, which is basically another polymerization in your hand, but you can only summon a dragon or spellcaster. So we activate this, and luckily for us, we use Cartesia and Aluba to go into Grand Gugna, which is the spellcaster. So Grand Gugna here will trigger, and we send Titanic Clad. Of this, we go to end phase. Titanic Clad will summon Quem. Quem would dump a High Spirits because we Albaz. Sorry, not an Albaz. We add Cartesia to hand because we're leaving Albaz in graveyard, so Quem can reborn Albaz. That can be an interruption. So we move on, and we pass turn. Opponent draws into Crossout. He activates Tract, summons Foolish Barrels Lurry, then summons Lurry. But then on the resolution of Lurry's summon, we go Merjade, sending Rinbrim, so that Rinbrim can banish itself to summon Albaz. If Quem is unable to resolve and summoning Albaz, to we banish Lurry, and my opponent's scoops because he does have Chimera, normal summon Chimera, get the search for search for Power Bond, but that's it. That's really all he's going to get out of it. Cool, moving on, we go to game number 2. Opponent, he is going first. We open Brandon Red, Ketu Dragon Tail, Tragedy, Dragon Tail Flame, and Libellion. Opponent opens Fenrir, Chimera, Cyber Dark Claw, Tract, and Cyber Dragon. So he's going to go full combo. You must probably, if you've seen these builds, you've most probably seen the full combo. So he's going to start off with Fenrir. He took back the Tract because he had the Caster in hand. So it goes Fenrir, Search Unicorn, Tracks, and now he's going to do his Fiendsmith plays, which is basically going to get him Wave High King Caesar. But he's also going to get the draw of Necroquip because he uses Claw's effect to search for Realm, and then Necroquip will get him a draw. He draws into Droplet, and now he's going to, now he comes Wave High King Caesar. Realm will get Chimera, which he plays 2 copies of. Additional normal summon, going to link Clockwork Knight, Chainlink 1, Chimera to Foolish, and Clockwork Knight to get Clockwork Knight spell. Worm, send Cyber Dragon, summon itself, add Realm to hand. and then he's going to go Clockwork Knight, Tribute, Worm to summon Chimera, Chimera effect, dump Clockwork, get Power Bond, link off into SP, and then Power Bond, banish 2 Cyber Dragons from grave, going to Chimera Tech. Chimera Tech will Foolish Burial, Cyber Dragon, and Core. Then he normal summons Core, finally. Normal summons Core, so get Cyberload Fusion, activate Cyberload, shuffle back both Cyber Dragon Cores, going to another copy of Chimera Tech, which he uses again to Foolish Burial. So he Foolishes Burial Nashter and Jormungandr off the second Chimera Tech, and then he overlays into Nova detached to summon Nashter, and then Nashter here will reborn Jormungandr, then uses, goes into Infinity, then uses Jormungandr, bounce Nashter to add Poly, and then he's going to activate Polymerization to go into the Mechanical Dawn Fusion. Boom, Fusion will get the search during our standby phase. He then uses Clockwork Knight, discard Realm, add Regulus will summon himself, equipping Hertz to it, and then he sets the Droplet and he passes. So yeah, pretty good board. We draw for turn, we draw into another copy of Ketu Dragontail. Now remember guys, Ketu Dragontail says you can only activate one Ketu Dragontail per turn. So Caesar negates the activation of effects that include an effect to special summon. Infinity also negates activation. Mechanical Dawn, does this negate activation? Not exactly sure. Negates activation as well. Therion negates the effect. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 sort of negates activations here. So we go to main phase, activate Libellion first. Get Serenia to hand. I then go Serenia, banishing his Lacrima. And then he will activate Fenrir to banish Serenia. We activate Ketu, which he uses Caesar to negate. Then activates again because its activation was negated, and we scoop because we got nothing there guys, nothing there to help us. So we go to game number 3 now. Game number 3, we are going first, so we open Dragontail Lucius, Fusion Deployment, opening Dragontail Flame and another copy of Fusion Deployment. Opponent opens Core, Unicorn, Ash, Realm, and Cyberdock Chimera. So he has Ash Blossom to deal with Branded Fusion. So we started with Fusion Deployment, summon Cartesia, and now here I do have opening, which will give us access to Aluba. So I decided, you know what, we'll normal summon Lucius effect. Here my opponent was contemplating whether to Ash, but he didn't, so we add Dragontail Urgula, because the reason why is because if we perform Fusion, Urgula will send to grave, then set to spell or trap, but then we can also use this effect where we can place it on the bottom of a deck, and we can add the spellcaster to hand. Right, it says, add that spellcaster to hand. So that's why we add that. We then go to opening to discarding Deployment, summon Luba effect here. We'll search Branded Fusion. I was actually contemplating whether I should just use Aluba to search last, activate last, then use Cartesia. Either go into Grand Gugno, or I can go into the Dragontail Fusions and then trigger their effects. I was thinking of going that route. Maybe could have ended up quite a lot there, to be honest, but we go Branded Fusion hoping it resolves, but it doesn't, and then we chain Cartesia. So here we're going into Dragontail, what's the name, Grammel, then chainlink 1 Lucius, chainlink 2 Urgula to set so we set Dragontail Horn, and we set Ketu Dragontail as well. Boom, and then we activate Ketu to add Femina to hand, and then we go Urgula, putting itself in the bottom and adding Lucius to hand, so that way we have more materials in our hand. So the thing about Dragontail is that you kind of need a lot of monsters in your hand to go into the Dragontail Fusions as well, but you kind of need a lot of materials to play the Dragontails in your branded build. So we set those. So we have, as interruptions, we have Grammel, Cartesia, which can go into either Quiritus or Grand Gugno, or into the other Dragontail Fusion. We have Dragontail Horn, and we have Dragontail Flame. So moving on, opponent special summons Fenrir. Not Fenrir, Unicorn. Unicorn effect gets the search. We don't do anything here. Activates Birth, normal summon Core. Core effect will search Cyberload Fusion. He then links off into, contact fuses away. Unfortunately, I kept the fusion in the extra monster zone, so he contact fuses away into Mega Fleet. Yeah, that's his name, right? Yeah, Mega Fleet. And then he's going to link off into Closed Moon on this to prevent him from getting access to his Fiendsmith plays. Here on summon, we go Dragontail Horn, so we're going to target it, and then we're going to place Ketu Dragontail back, bounce the Closed Moon, and draw a card. We draw into Kobai. He activates Birth, to which we then chain Flame, because I don't want that the Unicorn hitting the field. So we put back the Dragon Tail trap to draw a card as well. So these Dragon Tail traps, basically you can use each of them to shuffle your other trap into the deck. That's one way to go about it. Sure, at some point if you need to shuffle back your spells if needed, you can do that, but you're really able to shuffle back your traps with the traps themselves. So that's pretty nice. It's pretty cool. He activates Realm, gets a search. Well, no, not the search. He has both in hand. So he uses the additional normal summon. On the summon though, we do go Cartesia. So we're going to use both Dragon Tail cards in our hand, going to our, what's his name, Altharion. On summon is going to be Chainlink 1, Phimina to set, Chainlink 2, Lucius to set, and Chainlink 3, Altharion, where we're going to bounce Chimera, and we also bounce our other fusion back into the extra deck. So bounce that back, and then we're going to get Horn, and we're going to get Rahu Dragon Tail back. So yeah, we're able to set back that trap. Opponent scoops here because he did normal summon Cyber Dragon Core, used up his additional normal summon. He has nothing, Cyberlord Fusion is dead. So yeah guys, that was the replay. You know, this is just one quick one, but yeah, you can see the Dragon Tail cards is really good. It's really interesting. Honestly, they have a good way of recycling each other. Like the traps can recycle each other. Obviously they can recycle either your other fusion or other monsters, whatever the case, you know, what, depending on your situation. We have Altharion, which is a good interruption, just bouncing cards, and also you can bounce whatever monsters in your graveyard or field as well back to your hand, you know, just so that you have either, you know, just more plays to make. And also Grammel, it's basically a pop, but you know, that is pretty decent as well, because so many of your Dragon Tail cards are going to be activating, you know, when they send to grave as fusion material. So you're going to have like Chainlink 1, 2, 3, 4 maybe, you know, honestly. So yeah, this build, I think Dragon Tail is pretty fun. Honestly, it's really fun. And also there will be another replay where we went up against Bestial Control, which you'll see that the Dragon Tail cards really help with baiting hand traps in a way, sort of. It's really good before so you have a decent engine here which can force interruptions or, you know, something like that, and then you can just follow up with your branded stuff as well. So yeah, that was a replay guys. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please do like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know on your thoughts as well about the Dragon Tail archetype in branded. Do you guys think it's good? Do you guys think it's not going to see much plays? One thing I would also like to mention, I think the Dragon Tail cards, they need to give it a light attribute main deck monster, because then branded fusion can go even better. So we can fusion summon not just into Libellion the Searing Dragon, but also into Albion the branded dragon, you know, who knows. But yeah, definitely I do think Dragon Tail is going to get another spell or trap, potentially maybe both as well. The most probably will get another main deck monster, and maybe there might be one more fusion that comes along. But yeah, anyways guys, hope you enjoyed the video, and I will see you in the next one. Cheers guys.